Hey guys, Todd here again with TW Home Show, going on another RV adventure. It's July 7th and we're going to head up north from Tampa here and stay at a couple state parks. We're going to stay at Seminole State Park in North Florida for a couple days, and then we're going to stay at Seminole, Georgia State Park for about 5 nights this time around. So just a little getaway. We're going to test everything, how everything's functioning here on the RV, and also got a few new gadgets that we'll test out along the way. So stay tuned. We're finishing up packing up right now, and then we'll be headed off within the hour. Stick around. Check this out. Looks like there's a vehicle fire up here ahead, up here on the left. The car's coming through. I can't even hardly see through the smoke. It's so thick. And I did see flames earlier. Thick smoke. Ash is coming out too.
I'm in there now.
This is here. We arrived last night at this state park, and I'm set up. It rained out last night after we got here and through the evening and until morning, early morning hours. So I'm out here. I got the Blackstone all cleaned up, and I'm starting to cook a breakfast. Cheryl's not quite hungry yet today, so we got some hash browns and sausage. Doggies are out there playing around with Cheryl, and it was a whole lot of mosquitoes out last night and this morning, but now the sun come up, there's not. The mosquitoes are kind of gone for now, so we'll see how that goes today. Tomorrow we go to the next state park in Georgia, Seminole State Park, so hopefully that's a little better. It is really dense woods back through here, so maybe that's what it's attracting all the bugs. I'm not sure. Talk to you soon. There's another situation I'm dealing with. Steps aren't deploying, so I've already dealt with that like 2 times last year. I think the final time I replaced the motor in the steps with a brand new motor, and I'm dealing with that again. You know, I don't mind dealing with issues, problems, repairs, but once I complete them, I expect them to be done for a long period of time, not just one season. So that's kind of annoying. So we're going to pick up some temporary steps tomorrow on our travels at Ace Hardware, I believe, a 2-step plastic, like a Rubbermaid step that we can set out. Who knows, maybe they'll start working when we're on the road and it starts jogging up and down, whatever's in there. I already tried to hammer on the motor and gear assembly just to try to loosen it up, and no luck. So we'll keep an eye on that. All right, Pixie's under there somewhere. Pixie, come out.
Come on, baby.
And I cooked breakfast out this morning on the Blackstone. And one thing I found handy, we do have some off spray for mosquitoes. There's a lot of mosquitoes in this campground state park here. So this little wireless battery operated rechargeable oscillating fan helps when we're sitting out here. We all just had a nap inside. Cheryl's playing ball. Nice large campground to play ball in. Carly likes that, but it's real sandy, so we got to do some vacuuming probably by tomorrow before we leave to get the sand out of the RV. It's pretty private back here. I mean, we don't have a close neighbor right there where that picnic table is, so that helps. There's a site 2 down where there's some tent campers. The picnic table's kind of old. And let me show you around here. Now, I was out here last night. It was kind of drizzling before it started really pouring down. But we had a weak signal, cell phone signal, and the sun's right in the way. But let me back up here. But I just raised our antenna, our pole antenna for our cellular, and that helped get us up to about speeds of 25 megabytes download just by raising it up about 2 to 3 feet above the RV roof line, even though it's pretty thick woods back here. So that antenna is a pretty good thing. Oh, there you are. Yeah, there you are. Now, I'm thinking one thing that doesn't help with mosquitoes around here is this. And ours is worse. But if you look here, they need to do some maintenance around here because they've got dripping water spigots and leaking. Try to tighten these up a little bit. It still leaks. Oh, look, there's a trail through here. How far does this go? Oh, spider webs. Yikes. I don't know if I want to go through here. Anyway, it does lead back to our... Oh, I just walked through a spider web. Spider webs back there. There's a trail right through there. But my head hit a spider web and I backed off.
I'm not going down that trail.
I don't want no spiders on me.
That's just a man-made trail.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been traveled a bit. You have to go over some logs, trees that fell down. Oh,
Mosquitoes now?
I got some bugs on me. Pixie's wrapped around this barbecue now. Hickey, Pin, how do you get wrapped up?
She walks everywhere.
She walks around everywhere and she gets wrapped up. And then we got to get you unwrapped again. Pickies.
Okay, buddy, yeah, take a break. Take a break. Take a break. Come lay over here.
We probably don't need a leash thing on her, but
Yeah, we do.
we do.
Oh, yeah. You don't want her to get lost in the woods. Hi, baby. She can run fast, remember that.
Yeah, but who's she going to run to, honey? That's what I don't understand. She's not going to run.
Or she never runs to anybody in our yard either. She just goes.
Okay. We're about halfway around the dogwood loop. So halfway in around this loop. Pickies! Picky pants. Pixie. Yeah. Alright, I got some new lighted collars for the doggies because Pixie grew up and then her neck got bigger, of course, so her old collar doesn't work. I'll show you right here. Look how tiny it was when she was a baby, just last year. And Brandy, what am I talking about? Cardi's is still big enough. She's got a really wide neck there, so that works. Here's the kit I got right here. I'll leave the link below in case you're interested. And it's got 3 different colors. It's got the USB charge cords included. So I figure we got a spare. And like I said, Carly still works, her old one. There's a power button. And you got different modes. It's pretty cool. We usually do the solid. Try the green out. Looks really cool at night when they're walking around on their leashes. Here's the blue. So that'll be nice. Now what you do is you just push the sleeves in, I believe. They're like pressure connection, and then pull the tube out. Let me try that. These might be a little different. Probably should read the instructions. Alright, I got it. It's working. I cut this much off. So you can cut off a lot. You can cut off as much as you want. And it's still working great. So we'll try that out maybe tonight if it's not raining. Alright, we arrived Seminole State Park in Georgia. There's the check-in center. I just got to go in and check us in. We've already booked. Doggies are anxious to get out. This is about 4 to 5 hour ride today. Longer than expected. Alright, we have arrived. Seminole State Park in Georgia, just north of the Florida state line. And boy, I think this state park on this visit's going to do it for us. I think it's going to be a whole lot more entertaining, and it's a little bit more wide open. Sometimes I like that. Sometimes I like, you know, the woodsy privacy. But this time of year, we ran into a bunch of mosquitoes in those woods at Seminole State Park, where we just came from. And the drive today was close to 5 hours because we had to make a couple stops. Like I told you, our steps were not deploying on our motorhome. So I looked up on the internet and found that Ace Hardware had, you know, a 2-step step stool. So I got that until I can get, you know, look at that motor, take it apart. So there's the step stool we got right there. Just to make it a little safer for us to get in and out of the RV. And I might just keep that in there permanently because our steps have died on us like twice already. Just last season I replaced the motor on it, the end of last season. So we got all set up here. We don't have sewer, but we have water and electric. And cabins are over there. And that's where we came in, entrance. And look at this, guys. It's Sunday afternoon. Looks like we're gonna have the whole park to ourselves. Unbelievable. When we pulled in, there was a family over there on the water, but they've packed up and left. Now, being that it's a Sunday, who knows? We might not have visitors until close to next weekend. And we've got a wonderful view of the lake. I'm hoping, you know, during the week we can walk around that lake and take the doggies over in that area. There's a little beachfront over there. And look at this, wide open. And then there's walking trails up through there, marked trails with a boardwalk we might see later on in this video. So stick around. Now I did get the propane filled at Ace Hardware today, so that's good. We got a topped off tank because I'm going to do a lot of grilling with our Blackstone flat top grill this week. I've looked up several recipes I'm excited to try out. And I also got a little screen tent. That was Cheryl's idea, so I've got it right here. I'm going to go ahead and deploy that so that, you know, if it gets buggy at night or anything, we can take this out. Here it is. It's a Alvantor little screen tent. So let me get this unboxed and pop it up. It's supposed to pop up and down, collapsible for easy storage when you're done with it. Let's see how it looks. So check this out. It comes with a case with a zipper on it. So, you know, one thing that always gets me, it looks handy dandy, but trying to get these things folded up and collapsed and fit into something like this again, sometimes is impossible. But we're going to find out this trip. Our first time using this. Nice compact for, this is a 10 by 10 tent. They come in different sizes. Okay. This strap holds it together. Whoa. Holy cow. Yeah. I don't think that's going to be easy to collapse. Easy to deploy. Man, we might have got one that's too big. Man, we could sleep out in this thing. This is for a family of 6. Wow. All right. Now we're going to have to anchor it down so it doesn't blow away. That's bigger than I expected. Did you guys see that thing deploy? So I think I felt some weight in here, so it probably has some stakes. An active guarantee, little card letter, and a little storage baggie. Sandbag for extra stability. There's 4 sandbags here. And we don't have sand on hand, but we do have some gravel rock here. And here sounds like stakes. It's muggy out here today. All right, get all these stakes, metal stakes. All right, I got it hooked up. I used the anchors all around the base of the tent, the 10 by 10 octagon, and then there's tie straps that tie it from the top. So it's a little breezy out here today, so definitely need the tie downs. Actually, I'd say any day you need the tie downs. There's water skiers. Nice.
There's a fly in here already.
Well, you're not supposed to leave the door open in a screen tent.
Well, I was
Got the screen tent set up, all anchored in place. It's got the tie straps like I mentioned, plus it's anchored on each corner of the pentagon. The doggies are cooling off. Cardi was just playing ball out there, so she's kind of hot. And Pixie's getting a kick out of this little tent. It's like the size of Pixie. Yeah, perfect size for Pixie, right, Pixie? Perfect size. I've got the cooking area all set up. We're going to be here for the next 5 days, all week, until Friday morning we leave out.
No.
And look at this. We've got the whole campground side over here to ourselves. Like nobody's here. Now I did work up a sweat. Look at my shirt. It's soaking wet. My t-shirt. But RV Adventures t-shirt. There you go. We're on an RV adventure. And Cheryl had the nice idea of getting this little tent.
Highly
screen
recommend
tent.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Cheryl.
awesome.
She recommends it. So I'm going to leave the link down below for this if you like. And I'll post later on when we pack up at the end of this week how that goes, like I discussed in the assembly video of this tent. It's all good and easy. It popped out like very, very fast, but we'll see how it goes back in the bag.
Should put the link for the park below too, because this park is awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to put the link to this Georgia Seminole State Park.
Sites are huge.
Sites are huge, and so far, I mean, less mosquitoes and stuff that we came from Seminole State Park in Florida, where we came from earlier today. It was about 4 or 5 hours away on our RV adventure today.
Wouldn't go back there.
No, I don't think we'll ever visit Seminole State Park again. Olino. Out for an evening stroll. Just got done cooking chicken fajita, I guess fajitas on flour tortillas with cut up peppers and cheese and stuff on the flat top grill. That turned out really good. And if I flip you around here, the girls are having fun on the walk, and we're at the cabin section. They look like pretty good sized homes. And we came around the bend right there, and ours is the first campsite around that bend. And these are all cabins on the lakefront. Okay, out of there.
Oh, yeah, there's come
Come on.
there. Bye-bye. No, you can't go in the ditch.
It's been really quiet here. It almost seems like a vacant campground. Right, honey?
Yeah, like a spooky movie.
Yeah, like a spooky movie. We're the only ones in the campground. I mean, there's a couple over on the other side where we are. And it looks like a couple of these cabins.
We're here at the Gnats.
Yeah,
The movie's going to be called The Gnats.
Yeah, the gnats. There's gnats and a few mosquitoes here too. But not as bad as the last place we came from. And we got our pop-up screen tent, so that helps. And I think when we get back, we're going to try to light a fire.
Maybe.
We got a couple bundles of firewood. Maybe the fire will keep the gnats and mosquitoes away. Yeah, it's real humid here. Well, sitting out here by myself this evening. It's still a little muggy, I admit, but good time for a cold one. Cheers. Now that'll do it. Ice cold. And I'm in our new screened bug-proof tent as I itch my ankle. Most of the bugs are out of here. I don't feel gnats swarming around my eardrums or anything. So that's nice. I thought I'd share my new gadget, another new gadget I got for this camping trip for every time we go camping. This is the Syndeco powerful cooking torch. Now, I'm not going to cook with this thing. I got my Blackstone to cook, but it says outdoor barbecue, bonfires, outdoor party, searing meat. So I'm going to use it for lighting campfires. So I'm sure you guys have seen these types of products before, but this is the first for me. What do we got? Got a thank you card. And that's it. Here it is. This thing looks lethal, guys. Hopefully you can see it in this dark nighttime environment. Pretty cool. Nice air chamber here to point your flame. Here's the adjuster right on top here. So turn it off, you turn it clockwise, and then you open it counterclockwise. That little knob right there. The bigger the flame, turn it more counterclockwise, and then turn it off and shut it off. You should turn it clockwise till it tightens. And at least that's what I believe. And then it's got, a trigger, like a gun trigger right here. And that's going to start the automatic igniter here for the flame once you give it some juice, so to speak. And I've already got a tank of propane here, Coleman propane. I think this is what, like a little 1 pound, 1 pound size. So just pop the cap off here, off the tank, little protector cap. Just unscrew it off there. I'm gonna put my package away here first. And I did get 2 bundles of wood from the campground office when we checked in. Whew, it is kind of hot. I just want to burn a few pieces of wood just to maybe see if the smoke, takes the gnats and mosquitoes away from our campsite. And just, for the campsite, the campground smell, the wood fire smell. So let me get this screwed in here. Now, I'm not going to try it inside this little tent. I don't want it to catch on fire around me. So we'll go out here. All right, let's try this out for the first time. Give it a little gas. There we go. First time, guys. That's pretty cool. Turn it off. Here we go. Try it again. Little gas. Ignite. Well, first time was much better. There we go. Yikes. See if it starts up this wood. Now, this wood did get rained on. Whoa. So I might have to, have this dry it out a bit first, because it did get rained on last night. And I don't have any twigs here, but I do have some cardboard if I need it. Duraflame fire starting logs. I'll put that on there. Give it a shot. Nice. See if that does it. nice quiet campground this week anyway. Almost seems kind of boring when you don't have, you know, RVs and tent sites, you know, down the road next to you. But it is peaceful. And the lake view is awesome. So, I like that product. I got the lights on the RV underneath here, so it's all glowing, and we got the porch light on. Got our campfire going. Grab my chair and come sit out here, see if that smoke kind of keeps the mosquitoes and gnats away. I haven't felt any so far, but yeah, this thing seems to be a go. Now I'm going to leave the link to this, you know, fire starter propane canister with gun. I'll leave the link in the video description below. And guys, I know it's very dark in this video. I apologize, and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow morning. Notice anything different? We're at a different state park today. We arrived late in the evening yesterday to Rainbow Springs State Park in Florida. We've been here one other time before, and we liked it a lot. And it's just a little bit closer to home, so we got a head start going home. You saw the footage of Seminole State Park in Georgia, and it's a very nice, well-groomed state park, but it was so hot, and me and Cheryl decided after this trip here in July of 2023, we're only going to go out camping and RVing in the spring or fall months. It's just too hot to enjoy it, because we like to sit outside and do activities outside with the doggies, but even the doggies can't handle it. So that's our new rule now for RV adventures, only going out in the spring or fall months. But it was pretty adventurous this time. We do have at Rainbow State Park here, we've got the the springs, and the doggies already went out before I got ready and up today. Cheryl took them out there, and they actually got in the water a little bit and cooled off, and it helped them on their walk back to our campsite. So now I got to go up here shortly and go register for last night's stay and tonight's online booking stay. And then I'm gonna get the grill out here shortly, and then I'm gonna try for the first time cooking chicken wings on our Blackstone. Stick around. These campsites are really tucked back in to the nature here. Here's the main road. See how they're tucked into these coves? It's pretty unique because you do get your privacy. Look at this. This is our spot here. Plenty of your own space and privacy. Got your own fire pit, picnic table. All right, the doggies are going to show me where the spring water is. I already know because we've been here before. And Carly's been here before.
Oh, it's Pixie.
Pixie has?
Yeah. This was her very first.
Oh yeah, this was her very first state park, I think. A little break from the sun through here. It's a canopy of leaves, branches, trees.
You're not fast enough.
Yeah, Pixie's pulling me. All right, doggies found the spring entry.
I went over here earlier, right off the edge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gonna go now, Pix? Bring it on, Pixie. Come here, baby.
Here we are at the Springs, Rainbow Springs State Park. Doggies already took a dip. And now Pixie's been watching all the boats go by. Down this body of water. Pixie likes watching.
It's clear water.
Yeah, it's nice clear water.
Cheryl wanted a kayak.
Cheryl wanted to kayak, but we haven't trained the dogs to stay in the RV by themselves yet.
Excuses.
So we'll have to come up here without the doggies one time in the
Can't
RV.
leave them in the RV.
We can, once we train them.
They'll be fine. Not leaving the dogs at home.
Here comes a bigger boat here.
Pontoon boat. We just
Pontoon
have one
boat.
of those. There's dogs on there. Hi, Pee-Pee. There's another pontoon boat.
Yep, there's another one going by.
Go, you're drowning.
Alright, I got the grill cam set up. They're sizzling here. Chicken wings. Let it go for a little while longer. Okay, chicken wings been going for about 10 minutes now, covered. On some olive oil. I'm going to put some Pam spray on here, some generic Pam spray, because I want to get them kind of crispy. And I'm going to shake these up a bit. Spatula. Make sure they're not sticking. Oh yeah. Nice golden brown on the other side. Golden brown on the other side. I put them skinned down first. So I just raised the temperature a bit, closer to higher. Try to cook some of that fat off and get them a little bit crispier, darker. And they've been out here going on like 20 minutes now. Uncovered now. I used the cover to get them up to temperature, and we're at temperature over 165 degrees, which is safe to eat. So we'll let it go a while uncovered, see if we can darken them up a bit. Alright, I'm about ready to plate these up in a minute or two and bring them inside, and we'll brush some sauce on them. First time, so I mean, I like that they're getting little, you know, they not burnt, but really crispy. So I'm gonna leave them on here for a couple more minutes, because that's how I like them. I know Cheryl likes them like that. Alright, now it all comes down to final production. We've got our chicken wings here, nice and crispy, golden brown almost. So I got the sauces out of the microwave here. Now, we got 3 choices tonight. We got a honey barbecue butter. Here's the honey. Here's the barbecue. And then next we're gonna have our Frank's Red Hot buffalo sauce. Toss this in some buffalo sauce. Got one. Might not need the brush. 2. Wing it. Then we'll do a drum it. Butter, honey, and garlic. Wing it. There. Butter, honey, and garlic. Couple barbecue and honey. I like the barbecue, it's thicker. We'll see how it all tastes in the end. Alright, I'm going to try the buffalo first. Cooked all the way through. Not too bad. I want to try barbecue next. Let's see. Before I finish that. Ooh, it's a hot one. Honey barbecue.
Cooked perfectly.
Yeah. Comes right off the bone. So guys, I cooked these almost a half hour. I cooked them to temperature within the first 15-20 minutes. You saw me. And then just kind of toss them around on the grill. Very good. It's going to be hard to decide which one's better. I'll let you know when I finish. Got an empty plate. So I'd have to say they were all delicious. They cooked really good on the Blackstone, surprised me. The key thing is once they get up to temperature after cooking under cover, let them go for another 20-25 minutes or so, just simmering, and just shuffle them around and turn them and get them golden brown and crispy all around. And that really helped out a lot. They were really crispy and golden brown on the outside, and on the inside they were really moist. And it surprised me. I made the honey butter garlic for Cheryl, that's what she requested, but she actually surprised me a whole lot. She liked the buffalo honey butter. And oh, Pixie's gonna try some barbecue sauce. Don't get your stomach upset. So that was a major success. Go ahead and try it for yourself. All right, guys, we were just out and we took a walk to the Rainbow Springs water, and the doggies went with us. I wanted to show you a couple things real quick. This is what I want to show you. I took this for the first time. I bought it on Amazon, and remember, I'll leave the links to everything I mentioned in all my videos in the video description below. But this is a 2-in-1 portable design pet water feeder. This is the instructions on the back. In case you might be interested, it works great for our doggies. I liked using it, and they weren't afraid of it either. So they had this right here. You can fill the top, unscrews. You put ice cubes and water in here, and this is the actual scoop right here that they drink out of. But you can unscrew the bottom as well, and then you've got like a little feeding dish, or you can put little mini treats in here, and it comes along with you to give them a little snack. And at the bottom it's got like a little rotating outlet here where you can dispense some treats out into your hand or something and give it to them. So that's pretty nice. It's like a 2-in-1. So I'm going to fill this with water. And we've got some water in here. We're going to go ahead and put this on the lid. Screws on there, and it's got like a little carrying hook right here built into it, and you'll be like, hey Todd, how's my dog going to drink out of that? Well, this thing I had to try to figure out myself. Kind of wrap this up inside out like that. Now it becomes like a little scoop or bowl, and look, no water comes out until you release it. So to release it, you press the center button here. Now it's going to fill with water as you pour it down at a slant. Now the water's right there, so the doggies can drink out of it. Let's try it out on Pixie. Pixie, want a drink of water? Need some water. Good girl. Good girl. Now you say, hey Todd, what if my doggie doesn't drink all the water, and I got all this wasted water in here, and I got little left in my bottle, and we still got, you know, another mile hike. Todd, what am I gonna do? All right, well, keep the center button pressed and just tip it upwards, and it's got a grate in there, and it goes right back down into the bottle. Once you get that water back down in there, press this little button right here, this lever right here. This is the locking seal. Now, if you pour it back down, it's not going to fill up. It's sealed. It's going to have a little bit of residue in here. You just dump that out on the ground. Turn this back inside out. Here's your carrying strap. You can hook it to your backpack, put it inside your backpack, and you're good to go. Off on your hike with your doggies again. I got one other thing to share with you guys on the RV Adventures Here trip we took in July this year. And while we're out, this was one of the first times we got to test this new table, dinette out, and it turns into a bed easily. It's motorized. Now we did have like a little screw-in post and screw-in tabletop, and it was always shaky. This thing is solid. This thing is a whole lot solid compared to what we had before. As you can see, it's like 3 aluminum, let me get you in here, 3 aluminum, you know, posts right here that slide into each other. So that means the further down it goes, the more solid it gets. But we've got it on remote control, comes with remote control. Now I'll leave a link to this motorized assembly here. I bought the motor pedestal assembly separate from the tabletop. I measured, for our instance, we needed to fit in between our seat cushions, kind of like perfectly. So I measured and got the right, correct kind of butcher block wood table to fit on top of that pedestal. So like I mentioned, it's got remote control and it's also got this wired control. Now I'm gonna move Pixie out of the way here so she doesn't get crushed, and I'm gonna press this down button. You gotta hold it down until it beeps, and then press it again, and it goes down. And it's gonna go down into position, you'll see, right Pixie? And Pixie's already seen this before, so she can tell you all about it, but I'm gonna try to explain for her that this makes into a good bed for Pixie and Carly in the evening times when we're in the RV. Look, it just barely clears this back cushion. I measured it perfectly on where to mount the pedestal, and this thing is so solid, it's gonna stop on its own. You can set a stop point, customize stop points, whatever you want, whatever height, and this thing is solid now. I mean, I could sit on this, it's not gonna move. Now, what you do is you gotta put your cushion, put your spare cushion in there, and now you've got a full-size bed, right Pixie? And we've also got a mattress that folds into 3s, halves, or 3 quarters, and we put it down here for nice and comfortable. So now I'm going to show you how the wired controller works. It works very good. We'll get, actually we'll leave Pixie on here, see how powerful this thing is. So I'm going to click up, and it's coming up with the cushion and with Pixie on it. It's rubbing on the cushion, so she's wondering what's going on, but it's powerful, see? And it's coming up with the cushion and with our little Pixie on it, right Pixie? Yeah, is that a nice ride? It's like a carnival ride. Yeah, look at you, you're getting higher. So I highly recommend this pedestal if you're looking for a solution for a RV table that's powered, not manual. Good girl. Good girls. Okay, you wanna get down? There you go. All right guys, one more thing I want to show you that we've been testing out on this road trip here. I may have mentioned it on the last one, but it's something we recently did, and that is adding a power station to our electrical. Now this is separate from our batteries, and it's in the power bay right here where our cord comes out. Now our batteries are up that way, and those bays up there quite a bit. If I open this up, we can see I've got the Blue Eddy right here. Blue Eddy AC 200 Max. It's at 100% now. Now we use this on the way to our campground here, Rainbow Springs, from Seminole State Park in Georgia. And anytime you stop, you could run your air conditioning, because what I do is, right now my power cord's plugged into that pedestal there. But what I do is I use this pigtail. It's a 50 amp to 30 amp crossover, what do you call it, dog bone. And that will plug right into here in the Blue Eddy 30 amp RV outlet right there. So that's plugged in while you're riding down the road. Your cord right here is plugged in, and it thinks it's plugged into a pedestal. So that's a good advantage, because it's like you know, hey, I'm plugged in to 30 amp. I've got the easy start up above on my front air conditioning, and I could run that air conditioning anywhere from a half hour to say 45 minutes to an hour. You know, it depends on what other lights and appliances you have on in there, but average about an hour to deplete the 100%. So it's another card to play in your backup scenario. Now you can get more, where I said it ranges from half hour to an hour, possibly more, is because I've got plugged in here to my solar panels right here. Solar panel connectors right here, plugged in to the Blue Eddy, recharging it while we're driving down the road. And you know, when you're driving down the road, you're going to get full sun unless it's cloudy or stormy out. So that full sun solar panel array, I got two 400-watt solar panels up top that are constantly charging this. I got a switch in the power bay that I can switch it to go back here and power this up, or go up front to power my lithium batteries, which I got two 200-watt, two 200 amp hour batteries and one, 400 amp hour battery. So 300 amp hour battery. So 700 amp hour batteries, lithium total, I can charge up just by switching that knob over to charge them up from the solar panel, or I switch it back when we're on the road to keep this charged up, and it's always plugged in. So just another tip, if you need it to power your motorhome, RV, while you're traveling. It's been a great feature so far the last couple trips we've taken. This, I can't stress enough. You get this pole right here with your cellular antenna up top there. I'll leave the link, or I'll leave a video link above here so that you can see that when I mounted that, and the results I get from that is great, because right here we came to this park and our cell phones inside the RV yesterday evening, either they weren't picking up, it was like saying no service, or just a little dot, the first bar. And I came out here, raised this up, even that it's in the trees, it's not Starlink, right? It's up in the trees. I raised it up about 2-3 feet last night. Boom. I got about anywhere from 2 3/4 to 5.5 megabytes per second, but it allowed us to watch TV inside because we had some rain and drizzling, and we could I was actually watching some YouTube videos, catching up on those. So it does work. Highly recommend that cellular antenna. And as a backup when we're on the road, I've got the roof mounted antenna right there. So, and that works well too with our MoFi router. Well guys, we're all back home now, and it sure does feel good to get back home. Of course, it feels good going out on your RV adventure, but coming back home is also sweet as well. Thanks for tuning in to another one of my videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.